welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so you, our listener, flagged a really interesting trend for us, this big wave of live-action adaptations we're seeing everywhere.
Yeah, hitting screens left and right, taking on animated classics, video games.
Exactly. And the recent Minecraft movie, that really brought it into focus. We looked at a YouTube transcript kind of digging into why this is happening.
It's a good question.
So our mission today, really, is to unpack the whole financial side driving Hollywood towards live action. See how these films actually stack up against the originals performance-wise.
Right. And maybe think about what it all means for, animation's future.
Okay, let's get into it.
It really is striking, isn't it? Just the sheer volume. It's not just one or two.
No, it feels like a strategy.
Totally. I mean, look at the games. Sonic, Mario, Uncharted, even Five Nights at Freddy's, all live action now.
And Disney's been all over it, too.
Yeah.
Lion King, Aladdin, Little Mermaid.
Yep, using live actors, tons of CGI. And we know How to Train Your Dragon and Lilo and Stitch are on the way.
Which makes you wonder about Minecraft, actually. It's the biggest selling game ever. Why did it take so long for a movie?
That's a really good point. Maybe it was just hard to figure out how to do it.
Could be. And the reaction when they announced it was live action. That was something, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. A lot of discussion. Not all positive either. Which leads back to the big question, why live action?
Well, the video we checked out is pretty blunt about it. And maybe it's not shocking.
Let me guess.
Money.
Bingo. Money. The argument is basically that live action films, even with, huge budgets for actors and all the special effects.
Which can be massive costs.
Right. They still tend to make more profit for the studios in the end.
It seems kind of backwards sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You think about a movie like Mufasa costing, what, $200 million?
Yeah.
And maybe creatively it doesn't hit the same as the original animation, but financially?
Financially, the remakes often win out. The transcript points out Mufasa actually made more than Sonic 3.
Wow. And Sonic 3 was pretty well liked, creatively speaking. Yeah, exactly. And it's not like animated films don't make money, but the video makes this key distinction. It's really the 3D computer animation that brings in the big buck. Like almost all the top grossing animated films, they're 3D.
Right. The original Lion King is like the big 2D exception.
And even that, as the video notes, made less than the live-action version. Ouch.
That says a lot, and it shows how complex this stuff is. Just having a big name, a big franchise.
Doesn't guarantee success.
No. Look at Transformers 1. Animated, huge IP, used that successful 3D style, but it kind of flopped at the box office.
Compared to the live-action Transformers films,
yeah,
some of those made like $1 billion.
Exact. Huge difference.
Okay, so studios chase the money. Makes sense. But why are the live-action ones often more profitable? Even if, viewers feel the originals were better.
The video suggests it really comes down to marketability, how easy it is to sell.
Marketability. Okay.
Yeah. The idea that animation, both 2D and even 3D, maybe doesn't have that same wow factor it once did for, like, the average moviegoer.
Yeah. The novelty's worn off.
Kind of. People aren't automatically blown away by animation anymore. But live action with really slick VFX and CGI, that still draws people in.
Especially when you add nostalgia for a known story, that IP factor.
Exactly. You combine those, and it's powerful.
It's kind of wild, though. You look at Into and Across the Spider-Verse. Critics love them. Amazing visuals, loads of positive buzz.
Groundbreaking stuff.
And yet, they still made less than a live-action sequel like Mufasa, which maybe wasn't as universally praised.
Yeah, Mufasa outgrossing Across the Spider-Verse, that really shows you the market dynamics.
The video also brings up the MCU.
The Marvel effect.
Yeah, suggesting that maybe the dominance of those live-action superhero movies has sort of trained Gen Z audiences.
Conditioned them, yeah, to prefer live action with big, recognizable stars.
Which makes marketing way easier.
Yeah.
Like familiar story, famous faces, flashy effects, check, check, check.
It's definitely a reliable formula for getting people into seats.
Okay, let's zero in on the Minecraft movie itself. The animated Sonic movies did pretty well with fans, generally.
They did, yeah.
So why go live action for Minecraft?
Well, the director, Jared Hess, his official reason was wanting to do something different.
Different from all the animated Minecraft stuff already on YouTube, you mean?
That was the line, yeah. Offering a fresh take.
But the video we looked at is maybe a little skeptical.
Just a little. It suggests, maybe Warner Bros. Was pushing for maximum marketability.
Especially given the movie's long development hell. Lots of director changes.
Right. That often signals some studio interference, trying to figure out the right approach.
And the online reaction to the trailers, the live action look, it wasn't exactly thrilled, was it?
No, definitely not. And the video narrator, having seen the film, kind of confirms that negative view, which brings up a core problem, believability.
Right. The video compares it to Sonic. That's insightful.
Yeah, in Sonic, you've got CGI characters in a mostly real human world. With Minecraft, it's flipped. You have real actors in this totally CGI blocky world.
And that clash, it just feels a bit off, jarring.
Exactly. Trying to make something inherently unrealistic look realistic can just look weird.
It reminds me of that old live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie from '93.
Oh, God, yeah. Total disaster.
Because the stuff from the game, the mushrooms, Toad, Bowser, it just looked ridiculous in live action.
Totally. And Minecraft has a similar issue, right? The blocky style, the mobs, the crafting. It's so distinctively not real.
So trying to render it realistically, it's tough. It might just not look right.
Yeah. It's a fundamental visual mismatch.
But Warner Bros. Probably went ahead anyway because, well, business reasons.
Pretty much. The video figures they counted on, the huge built-in Minecraft fanbase showing up no matter what.
Guaranteed eyeballs.
Plus, getting actors like Jack Black and Jason Momoa, they hoped that would pull in the general audience, too.
And then this really weird thing happened.
The meme factor. The reverse Morbius.
Yeah. It became this whole phenomenon. Gen Z kids going, ironically, throwing popcorn, shouting jokes.
It's bizarre, like genuine engagement, but maybe not for the reasons the filmmakers intended.
Which is interesting. But the video raises a good point.
Yeah.
Is that actually a good thing?
That's the worry, isn't it? That studios see this ironic success and think, oh, maybe we should just make memeable bad movies.
Instead of, focusing on good storytelling.
Exactly. The video contrasts it with, like, what if they had made a really beautiful, faithful animated version? Like that Illumio fan trailer.
Which looked amazing.
Right. But would that have gotten the same huge, weird mainstream buzz? Probably not.
Which leads to this kind of uncomfortable idea the video brings up.
Uh-oh.
That maybe the audience, maybe we share some blame for all these remakes.
Because we keep watching them.
Yeah. Even when people complain online, the movies still make money.
The transcript even points out that film fans, like the video's narrator, went to see the Minecraft movie even expecting it to be bad.
So we kind of vote with our wallets, even ironically, and that keeps the trend going.
It's a tough pill to swallow, maybe.
But look, the video doesn't end on a totally down note for animation. There's some optimism.
Yeah, there's a sense that maybe the live-action remake fatigue is setting in.
Possible. The video mentions the upcoming Snow White remake may be underperforming as a potential sign.
And more importantly, animation itself is still innovating like crazy.
Oh, absolutely. The visual styles we're seeing are incredible. Spider-Verse, obviously, but also Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, the upcoming Wild Robot.
So much cool stuff happening. And the tools. Animation software is getting so much more accessible.
That's huge, right? You see these amazing independent animated films being made on smaller budgets.
Like Flow, made for just $4 million using Blender, apparently. Or Memoir of a Snail, that stop-motion film.
Took 8 years, handmade sculpture, incredible dedication.
It really suggests the future of animation might be more with independent creators.
Not just relying on the big studios.
Yeah. Technology is letting smaller teams do high-quality work.
Now, the video mentions generative AI as a potential wrinkle, both good and bad.
Yeah. That's definitely something looming. But the overall feeling is still hopeful for animation, especially with indie projects forward.
And they even encourage you, the listener, to go support those indie animated films when they hit cinemas.
Which is a great point.
Okay, so let's recap this deep dive then. Live action adaptations, mostly driven by perceived profitability, better marketability.
Even if the quality compared to the original is debatable.
Right. The Minecraft movie is this fascinating case study. The visual challenges, the studio decisions, and that whole unexpected meme success.
Yeah, that was wild. But the future for animation still looks bright, especially with independent creators getting more power.
So here's a final thought to chew on. That Minecraft movie success, partly fueled by meme. What does that actually say about mainstream movies right now and what audiences want, or at least what they engage with?
Is it just a weird blip, or is it showing a real shift in how people connect with film?
Something to think about. Thanks for diving deep.